In this episode, we're going to talk about the following. One, a former KAIZER Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns striker katlego Mphela has opened a new business. On the other hand, NCIKAZI, the co-coach at Orlando Pirates, he says you must always be ready to be fired. Just like the day you were hired, things can turn out the same or the opposite way. So you must, as a coach, you must always be ready, and you always have to work under pressure. Now, before we get into the video details, guys, if you are not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because to subscribe, it is free. To like the video, it is free. To comment in the comment section below, it is free. So I'm gonna first talk about katlego Mphela. Man, there's always an excitement and a joy in my heart when I see former players doing something, getting into business, starting something, because it means that they will not live by handout and leftovers. You know, it means that, you know, they are using they have saved money to start something better, because, you know, they've been in a better advantage of earning high salaries. So it pleased me, and I want you to continuously support people like that. And I'm gonna read the story that was captured by Daily Sun. I want you guys to support katlego Mphela. If you are living next to the area that I'm about to mention, please support katlego Mphela. Now, Daily Sun, guys, I've got this to us. I thought I must read this now. Everything is going well, and I'm excited about this new journey in business. I think we will open in a month or so. I don't want to say much, but all I can say for now is that we are on track. We are on the right track. I would say katlego Mphela, that's what we want to hear from former football players, man. That's what we want to see. You know, we must congratulate that, and we must say that to all former football players, guys, please do something about your career. Now, former Mamelodi Sundowns striker and Bafana katlego Mphela is turning into a business Chisanyama. Now you see where this guy is taking, like a former Pirate captain Lakile Kwati. The 37-year-old Mphela retired is set to open a butchery in his hometown. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's Oukasie, bread from next month. So you know that, man. So Mphela, who is among the legend in the Mzansi football, hung up his football boot after a fine 14 years of career. Thank you very much. There's nothing much I can say. You can see I'm so much excited and super excited to see people like katlego Mphela doing this well, going out there. You know, and man, I don't know. I just do not have words to congratulate him. But to those that are to those that do not have jealous in my community, guys, please get into the comment section below, congratulate him. And after congratulating katlego Mphela, guys, please support the man. He's starting something that almost every one of us will, you know, most of us will eat meat. So guys, please go support katlego Mphela. Please go and support katlego Mphela. There's nothing much I can say about this man. I'm so super excited about this thing. Now let's get into NCIKAZI. NCIKAZI said, as a coach, you must always be ready to be fired. This comes after some fans, some Orlando Pirates fans are calling for his head. They are saying he must be sacked, and others are even saying that, others even went further to say he is a high school coach. I cannot help but to laugh, you know, when I remember that there are people who are calling NCIKAZI a high school coach. I just don't understand where are they taking this from, and you know, I just don't want to get into it. But nevertheless, NCIKAZI then has reacted by saying, you know, as a coach, you always work under pressure. Pressure is always there, especially if you coach a team like KAIZER Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, and Sundowns. These big teams, when you coach them, you'll always work under pressure. But also with any other team in the PSL, there's always a pressure associated with coaching those teams. So he says that when you join a team, you must always be ready to be fired the same way you were hired. The same way you were hired, you could get a call and say, come to the office, and then only to discuss that your journey with us ends here. So you must just pick your bag and leave. Now, NCIKAZI also said that, no, if you are coaching a team like Orlando Pirates, you need time. You need time. You need to work on your tactics and things. Sometimes, they are not working necessarily good for you in other departments. He has also mentioned the fact that if you look at Orlando Pirates, all the other departments are okay. It is only the striking department that Orlando Pirates are struggling with. He mentioned the fact that if you look at the game against Captain City, the game against the game against Captain City, the game against KAIZER Chiefs, the game against I forgot the other one, Marumo Gallants, which they went on to lose. He says if you look into those games and you look at how Orlando Pirates played, he said that you could notice that the only key problem that should be highlighted in those games is that the striking department did not come to the party. Therefore, the only problem that they need to solve now going forward, it is the striking department. He says that you could notice that they've been introducing the likes of Mphela joining the team, and then also say one of the biggest contributing factor why Orlando Pirates are not doing well, it is because some players did not start with the team during the preseason. They joined the team as they were going along. You know what I'm saying? So he says that affects the planning and the preparation of the season itself. Other players, they need time to adjust. He says the likes of Mphela, he needed to adjust to the South African climate change or conditions before he could now play for Orlando Pirates. So there are two things that he needed to do. One was to adjust to the weather conditions, South African weather conditions. Number two, it was to bringing or incorporating him to Orlando Pirates way of doing things. He says that took time. He says this player was supposed to be there long time ago, was supposed to play long time ago, but because of those things, those dynamics, they could not just take this player and put him right into the starting lineup. But now he got into the starting lineup and scoring goals. He says that those are the dynamics and those are the things that have costed Orlando Pirates to be where they are now, in a position that is not pleasable to the Orlando Pirates fans. I don't know if it's an enough excuse, but I think I feel the man in a way. There somehow I don't agree with him, but also I do agree with him in a certain way. Okay, maybe I need to state where I don't agree with him. Where I don't agree with him is in this one. I think Orlando Pirates has got enough players. They can play. They can match Sundowns. If ever there's a team currently that can match Sundowns, it is Orlando Pirates. But they just don't understand why do they keep chopping and changing. Also, the team that is coming very well that can match up Mamelodi Sundowns very soon, it is Marumo Gallants. The way they play, guys, the way they play. I even said before the game they played against Orlando Pirates that they are most likely to upset Orlando Pirates. They can upset Orlando Pirates. But before I can swallow my word, look, Orlando Pirates, they're out of the Nedbank Cup because of Marumo Gallants. Remember, guys, Chippa United used to be the team that gave Sundowns a hard time. Chippa United used to be the team that will take Sundowns toe to toe, and they will play the very same football that Sundowns was playing. They wouldn't play this rugby football. I wouldn't know whether there's something called rugby football, but KAIZER Chiefs is playing rugby football, the football that flies in the air. Chippa United will take the ball and put it on the ground and approach Sundowns and meet Sundowns toe to toe. But Chippa has killed that team. Now we are left with Marumo. Now we're seeing the rise of Marumo Gallants. They are rising to that and they are becoming what we want them to become. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'm very pleased about that. So as for Orlando Pirates, guys, I think Orlando Pirates, they need to have a starting lineup. That's the first thing. Orlando Pirates needs to have a starting lineup, and that's it. From there, we can talk about them winning the league. From now, nothing.